and other things
Are you going to talk about the amazing piece of art we have on the wall?
Yeah, it's right there. Smoke together, stay together.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, you saved it for last?
Best for last.
Well, I don't know about you, but I don't have a cigar lit. I'm in there listening to how to shoot a gun.
What would you like, sir? I'll get you.
I know I have our new Gen 2 Lancero that is a little bit of magic.
Want a cutter?
Nah, I'll
got
I'll Cuban cut it.
355. No gong in hand, but they don't need no stinking gong.
That one's cricket.
Which one's cricket?
The one on the left.
This one's cricket?
Yeah, make it more cricket.
Is that more cricket or
Shagaloon.
less cricket?
You can't tell? Yeah,
No.
there you're getting straighter.
Looking at it
Are you
from the
even
left.
in that picture? I don't think you're even in that picture.
I'm going to start this one out good. I've got a good intro to this.
I can't get the color better, getting better days.
Holy shit. That's crazy bright. What's making it that bright? That's super bright. That one, I don't even think he's in that shot. Brandon, come sit down. Dipshit. Hey, Sean. Hey, Kayla. Hey, Jason. Dustin is in the house and in the house. It is afternoon, after all. How can we go on 2.5 hours? How do we go on 2.5 hours after we normally do, and it feels like a cluster?
Good afternoon, all, says Sean Ratz. He's in. This doesn't feel like a cluster. It feels exactly how every other one
It feels out of control. I'm just telling you. Maybe because all I've had today is
219.
donuts and
Ray
coffee.
is in the house and in the house. He's actually filling in for Chris right now.
Yeah, Chris is learning to murder people.
Smoke people.
Are you going to give those to people as they leave?
I think so.
Do you realize 90% of those people disdain? I mean, they just looked at us like we were clubbing a baby seal.
It's a profit deal.
I would say, do you smoke cigars? Take this. Because you're going to have... There's some people we started to light up, and they kind of gave us the...
Good
you're in
afternoon,
a fucking
Phil.
cigar lounge. Go to a strip club and bitch about the people who don't have clothes on.
Now you have it.
Yeah. Well, I never. Probably not. Smoke a cigar.
Who's getting a what? Hardly knew her. 125 rolling in. Gentlemen,
Let me just say this before we go on air.
we're on air. Just,
This
Oh.
Gen 2 Lancero
I'll smoke that.
is, I think it's better than the original 1880 Lancero. This is our new Lancero.
Yeah.
Gen 2.
Darren's in the house. What up, Darren?
Big Darren.
Blake is probably out
55
playing
seconds.
with his lure,
He's always playing with his dinghy.
playing with his worm. I got worms. It's a new business we're going to open up.
30 seconds. Oh.
Hey, we have an internet show going on back here.
We have literally 10
So,
of people watching.
Yeah, there could be
So-
10 to 12 people trying to listen, and they don't want to listen to you. Just tell 'em.
Dang. You don't have to tell truth like that.
We're gonna have to put you.
Kevin Owens texted me and told me to say that.
We're gonna have to drop.
15 seconds. Okay, ready?
Are we going?
Let's go on here.
We should go,
Go.
live.
Let's rock.
Hold on.
4, 3, good.
Is that one going?
We're all going.
That's the smoothest on-ramp we've had.
It's Saturday.
And we're at the shop.
It's Saturday at the shop, and good morning to you.
It is a good morning. I'm
Good afternoon to everybody.
It is. It's a good afternoon. And why is it good afternoon?
Because we have, actually, let's start with the headlines.
Oh,
I got one for you. Knock, knock.
who's there?
Jeff Kranz.
Jeff Kranz, who
We will ask the questions because we are going through.
is that the full
That's the
contact
KGB.
score?
That's the KGB. We are going through the LTC class in the back. You're lucky I didn't shoot your ass. I don't have my LTC yet. So
License to kill.
license
LTC.
to carry.
Oh,
the K
shit,
is silent.
I was way off.
Good morning, Jonathan.
That
Kevin.
LTC class is packed. We've been chugging Distretto coffee and eating cronuts.
Oh, hang on. I won't hit you for the rest of the highlights. So I hit you for the first one. Now what's next? Bong.
America AF welcomes a new badass.
Bong.
Cigars old, what does that say? Cigars old AF
Yeah.
are in the building.
Wow. Bong.
I'm sensing an AF
Uh-huh.
thing. Dad's Day panic is setting in.
That it has.
Is it really set? It did set in yesterday. People were in
It's-
here like,
It's setting in now. You'll see the vacancy in the Brizards case.
yeah, Brizard. It looks like somebody broke into the
Yeah.
place.
Good morning. Hey, Tony is in from Vancouver Island. If you wouldn't, where's everybody tuning in from?
Vancouver. Oh, Vancouver. You know what that?
How?
Good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
Yeah, good day, mate. How are you?
If you are on Facebook, please give this a share. Start a watch party. Let's do something there. If you're tuning in from another channel, vis-a-vis Cigars and Guns or Tales from the Lounge,
Yeah.
happy Saturday to you. This is
It's Saturday at the shop,
our regular.
and this is, and we are Industrial Cigars. Well, we're part of it.
We're
We're
part of it.
Industrial Cigars in Frisco, Texas, North Dallas suburb, fastest growing city in the United States. And this is my son Brandon.
That's my pops.
Yep. And tomorrow he's going to act like he likes me for at least one day out of the year.
No, what? See, here's what I'm gonna do. We're going golfing.
Yes.
It seems like on the surface level, we're going to be together, just loving each other. When you're going to snap hook everything to the left.
No, I'm
I'm going
not.
to start picking you off,
Okay.
or leave your ass in the cart.
Yeah.
So,
Did I tell you that I'm on the verge of getting a license to carry?
yes, and
On the
everyone
verge.
shares how
I
terrifying
was
that
more
is.
excited about the fact that I really don't need a license in my car or in my business or my home, which is the only three places I really stay. So I'm pretty much square. I can shoot anybody I want.
Awesome.
Is that what it gets you? License to shoot? Like
shoot. It's licensed
I'm
to
gonna
shoot.
shoot that dude.
That is actually a good point because this just announced on the America AF Smoke Show July 4th, which is here. Three cool announcements.
Wow.
Three cool announcements. One shot, one kill. Edgar Hoyle will be here.
Yes, he will.
And OSAC will be our manufacturer of choice for the America AF Smoke Show.
that's
And
only right. Mexican.
one shot,
Yeah.
one kill, America AF, because it's Cigars and Guns, Brownells. We have Vulcan. We have a number of different. Right? Is
Lots
Vulcan
of-
in? Vulcan's in.
Lots of gun guys.
Yep.
It's a very Second Amendment friendly event. That's for sure.
That is
right?
for sure. And there will be two cigars that will be released that night. One, we're smoking. We're just going to call it the 1880 Gen 2.
Gen 2.
This is a Mexican San Andreas Habano wrapper Lancero, exclusive to the shop. And when I say exclusive, I mean 500 of them.
We
exist
will
now.
have 500 on the 4th of July.
And the second cigar that will be released is one that we have been waiting for months. Check this out.
This-
is the cease and desist.
And this is there's a long story. The short version is we had a cigar that we released last year. There was a particular manufacturer, we won't name names, that took offense to the name of the product that we made for my wife's birthday.
Birthday killer.
And yeah, just party pooper, basically.
Yep.
So what we did
Good
was we did this event, and that person that will go unnamed sent a cease and desist.
So what we said was received. We'll use that cease and desist as our packaging. So what do you get in here? You will get 10 cigars in this pack. They're 4x44s, which means they're 4 inches by 44 ring gauge, a small ring gauge cigar. It is a really unique Mexican Connecticut wrapper. And
Grown in a Connecticut wrapper, grown in Mexico without shade covering. It's a sun-grown Connecticut, so
Yep.
it's actually a darker wrapper. is currently sitting in my top 10 favorite cigars I've ever had. It is so good.
This is next level. It will, so how we're going to go through the release, if you have purchased the VIP ticket for the original release date that was canceled because of COVID, or if you have that, or if you're a member, you're going to have first dibs at this. There are only 130 10 packs.
130 10 packs.
That's it.
There will be no hoarding allowed.
No hoarding allowed.
Some of you out here, Jake Powell, knows exactly who we're talking
Yep.
about.
Hoarding will be allowed on this one, though.
Well, God, this is...
Some limited hoarding will be allowed.
I think
on
the
this.
limited hoarding.
What about the horse?
That is so easy. Let's talk about the horse for a minute.
As we are.
The horse should have this cigar. But this...
That's what Legion Concealment just got into.
Yeah, so this cigar, this is the Gen 2. Those of you who have had the 1880, we've had several releases. This is our Gen 2.
Good morning, Legion Concealment.
I think, I like it better. It's more towards a medium flavor profile. And B, it's about 30% less at retail.
What is this, about 11, 12
It's
bucks?
going to be, to our members, about $11.
Okay. Yeah, it's a great cigar, well-aged, put together. Greg Baddock, what's up? Happy Saturday to you.
Happy Saturday. Is it Saturday in Chicago?
And yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
I wasn't sure
it
what the
is.
time
Thank you for the
changed.
continued support. I've got to say, I've been so impressed and so delighted with the continuing support on industrialcigars.co.
Yes.
That's churning, that's burning, that is
And
really neat.
we're constantly trying to add product. There's some new product we're going to talk about that's going to be exciting. And it's got some age to it. So we'll talk a little bit about that. What we need to do is expand a little bit more.
We got you.
Get a little bit deeper in the backstock of that so we can put it on the internet.
That is a
as
good
well.
point. So being as though this is a cigar lounge and a cigar-centered business, and this, I guess, is kind of a cigar show, let's talk about some of those cigars that are new but old. Because
Yes.
this week we released a number of new old cigars,
Yes.
ranging from dates, production stamps.
The
2000.
youngest cigar has been in the box for 9 years.
Okay.
And we say it all the time, but age is your friend with cigars. As the tobacco gets an opportunity to marry together, the age of that tobacco, the ammonia, the bitterness has come out of the cigar, and it smooths out dramatically. We're tasting it right now with this cigar, just having great aged tobacco. And this cigar really hasn't rested.
JP.
It's going to get better, but I have been able to find a honey hole that I've been able to gather cigars that you may have smoked if you've been smoking cigars for a long time, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago.
Those could be from the same production time as what they currently are. And one of
Right.
those is actually really interesting because it ties into who we are and what we are. I'm not going to talk about the Playboy itself, but the Joya de Nicaragua Celebration.
Right,
That is a cigar. When we went to the factory in
2014.
in 14, we went to Joya de Nicaragua factory, which actually is part of the reason why some of this is industrial. We had this cigar, and it was when they were getting rid of this cigar.
Right.
They said they were discontinuing it. They weren't going to use it.
Biggest mistake they ever made.
And that's not our words. That's their words.
Yes.
The biggest mistake they ever made. And we have some here that are now 7 years
No,
post-roll.
They're 9 years.
Oh, those are
those
11.
are the 2011. So we smoked them in 14. They didn't have any to sell us. We bought some in duty free in Managua, and then when we were in California, we ran into a guy that had a couple of boxes in 2017. We bought those. Haven't seen them since. We have a Corona. There's one box of Robustos and a Gordo. That's a Marblehead 60 ring gauge.
Which is now we're talking about the vintage stuff. We're talking about these things, and I'm thinking, all right, what are these $50, $60 cigars you're slinging?
Right.
No, these cigars are $8 to $15.
Most expensive one's actually $13. By all rights, these are cigars you'll never see again. So by all rights, we could probably sell them for what they're really worth in an aged market in that kind of $20 to $50 a stick. We just don't, as a family, don't believe in gouging. This particular source that I'm getting them from, if he bought, there's a box of, for example, an H. Upmann that he received in 2001. So they're 19 years old. I'm paying 2001 pricing.
Yep.
So
So are you.
So are you. So Casa Torrent. Let's talk about Casa Torrent for a second. There's a cigar in there called A Torrent, Alejandro Torrent. One year he made a cigar. He made it for one company.
How's that smoking, by the way, Dustin?
It is smooth. It's like smoking with an old friend.
It's like smoking with an old friend.
Yeah.
That's- and that's $10.
So Alejandro does this cigar for one company in 2005. Cigar Aficionado reviews it in their top 25. It finishes number 24 in their top 25. Now put 15 years of age on it, and we have those boxes new, still in the cellar.
Black gold, baby.
Absolutely incredible. There's some H. Upmans from 2006. There's a cigar that's really recognized as the first small batch boutique cigar called Butera. And last night I smoked before one of our guys bought the
How was
box.
it?
Outstanding.
Really? And we still have more.
We still have the Robusto.
Okay.
But it's a Maduro. The original ones were Connecticut, but fantastic cigars from the 2006 to 2009
Good
time
morning
frame.
over here.
But
Good
you
morning,
can't
Josh
spend more
Beakley.
than $13 on the cigar. Most of them are right around $9 to $12. So hopefully we can get some of that stuff up there. It sticks around long enough so that we can have that cigar.
Yep.
But maybe tell them about what we were able to secure for you and your brothers in this whole thing.
This is cool. Okay, so I'll talk to this, but I think we do need to do another kind of session of us smoking it. If you have not seen this before, we created a video called Busted. It's on our YouTube channel. It's on our site. It's basically everywhere. The impetus of that is our story is a cool one because we got busted, me buying cigars for my younger brothers when they were underage. But importantly, as that continued out, there was one cigar that we smoked often. And that cigar, we were surprised, you found it and surprised us with it this week, and you'll see that in there. If you watch it, I don't even want to talk about the cigar, but
Yeah, don't
if
talk
you
about the
watch
cigar,
it,
but watch the video.
watch that video and find it and comment on that video what that cigar is, and then let's make that happen.
Yeah, it's-
so we can let's give some
Yeah,
shit away for
and
it.
I think what we should do also is maybe just do a live setting, because in both Andrew and Nathan's case, your brothers, that was their first cigar ever. So it was cool as a pops to be able to get my kids the first box of cigar first cigar that they ever had.
I remember.
Brand new in the box.
And you know where I bought that from? Was from what is now Safari in Omaha, Nebraska.
Right.
That's where I went and bought those cigars. How cool.
So hey guys, how's everybody
morning.
doing? We're seeing Jake is here, Damon
Sheena's
is
in.
here, Eric Rasmussen's in, Sheena's in. Of course, Jake is, and he hasn't said the word balls
Yeah,
yet.
he has.
He
said
did.
it right
Okay,
there.
never mind. My bad.
Yes, he has. So it's this is Saturday at the shop, our little get together. Right now, happening in the back, we have Jeff Kranz with Kranz FTG, and he's doing an LTC class for. We have about 35,
36 people, yeah.
So
Since 8 o'clock this morning, we've been learning about how to conceal and what equals concealed, and we're getting our license.
And a shout out to United Cigars for helping support that event. They threw in some Bandolero, United Maduro, and Firecracker. I mean, it's a great deal. You get $35 worth of cigars for a $70 deal. And
Right.
And they're going to go shoot the whole deal. Distretto came in and dropped off coffee, supported us. So thank you for that as
Yeah.
well. But let's talk about some more events coming up.
We could do that.
Let's talk about that. So July 4th, we have America AF Smoke Show.
Right, autofocus.
And that is going to have, for anyone who's asking, the fireworks, the Frisco fireworks.
Frisco, yeah.
Confirmed.
Amazing show.
Yep.
Now, there is no FC Dallas game, which normally loads the parking lot up anyway, but I suspect that the parking lot will still be full.
Yep.
But it will be full from a lot of our customers, because we will do a show that we do every year, and tied in with Brownell Guns, largest gun distributor in the world. A number of other gun vendors will actually have tents set up in the back. We have a food truck that's coming out. It's gonna be a great time. And last couple years, we've had anywhere from 300 to 500 people here.
A lot of people.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So
So real
Speaking
quick,
of rock stars,
on the America as Fuck That's what it means.
That's what.
Oh, I thought it was
not
auto-
autofocus. It's
I thought
not
it was autofocus.
It's guns. It's not.
I was in the video business for a long
Okay.
time. So
So
that's,
speaking of our brothers at Brunel's, they are throwing in an M&P 2.0. So we're going to do a raffle for that gun. I think it's
Wow.
already here, and we'll post some pictures of it so you can check it out. But yeah,
so they're
buy tickets and
giving
do
away a
some raffle.
gun, and
Yeah.
oh, it's gonna be fantastic.
So that's it. Oh, also, question for you before I let you go. Okay, someone was talking about axe throwing. Is that going to happen?
That's the thing. I sent it over to Bagley, and I think Byers is supposed to call him.
We
But
could
we'll see.
have
Yeah.
axe throwing. That is pretty
It's
American.
a mobile axe throwing group out of my neighborhood. Looks pretty neat. I think it'll fare pretty well with us.
This could be a
Yeah.
very
I
safe and dangerous.
Axes.
Barbecue.
Fireworks.
Well,
Right.
Looks like we're gonna have food trucks.
I think it would be
fireworks.
awesome to see a guy drink like 12 beers and catch an axe.
Oh yeah.
We'll have
Axe
axe
catching.
catching. One person only.
Yeah.
Yeah, double dog dare ya. Well, it'll be fun. If you survive, we'll give you a cigar.
So with Cigars and Guns, I understand you guys are new on TikTok.
Yeah.
What's new? What do people need to know about Cigars and Guns right now?
Right now, just the events that are coming up. A third, AF smoke show is happening. I think that's the premier event that we look forward to.
Yes,
July, especially
absolutely.
after everything that's happening. So definitely make a plan to come up for that. If you're not in the area, please, drive over here if you don't feel like flying. But you definitely don't want to miss that. It's so much fun.
Yep.
Craig Smith from Oklahoma, he said he is always in.
He's always in. He'll be here. That is it. If you don't give Cigars and Guns a follow, do it. Puff, puff, pew, pew. Do it. And if you want to get your tickets for that, do it on our Eventbrite page. Also on our Facebook page, do it. I'm talking to you, Daniel Himmel. You better be in on that. Then moving in.
Cam, car fixer extraordinaire, he's in.
He's in.
He's in between oil changes.
This week we released something.
What?
Smoke together,
The wolves?
stay together.
Oh, yes.
No wolves.
No wolves were released in this, or harmed.
Oh, it was a nice little corner there.
Yeah.
Take the short route.
Curb,
So what we released this week was Smoke Together, Stay Together. I recommend everyone check that out. But
Please, go to our website, give us a thumbs up, a smile,
If you've
love.
seen it,
if you've seen it, because
give
it
us
is
a fist.
extremely powerful.
So what we did is we grabbed a number of different people and we stuck a cigar in their hand and they put up a fist. They raised a fist to
Just like
show
that.
cigars bring us all together. Race, backgrounds, professions, everything. And this was a series that I think landed very well and something that for me was, I hope it wasn't too selfish. It was just, I was so impacted positively, we had to do it.
Well, and you had talked about there was actually a peaceful protest that happened in Frisco, and you literally, with your daughter Alessia, 3 years old, literally had to turn through this group, and what happened?
And so we were kind of making our way through, and there were people giving fist bumps and giving my 3-year-old daughter through the window fist bumps. It was just the coolest thing to show all of us together. Frisco Mayor Jeff Cheney led it with the Frisco Police Department.
Right.
It was a great show of what we can do, and real change is happening. And so it impacted me, and thankfully Busy B put his photo skills to work. It turned out absolutely beautiful. I bring that up because on First Friday, which is July 3rd, I believe it's the 3rd, we're going to set that back up. And we are calling out to all of you to come be a part of it because we're going to expand the gallery and see how much of these walls we can fill up with photos that will be you holding a cigar, and we're going to fill this building with it and just show that we're all together.
It
Those who
is.
smoke together, stay together.
We've seen within the cigar world, the cigar media has picked this up. Our friends at PCA, which is our core industry trade, core industry group, put it on their site like the next day. Got a comment or got a note from Cigar Snob magazine. We just sent images, high resolution images to them, and they're going to try to make it into the next issue. So we know that Cigar Journal, TMG, Tobacco Media Group, all of those guys have been contacted and sent the information. So this is going to be something that within that world, within our cigar world, we're going to see national coverage with it. But for those that have walked in and to watch these guys literally stop in their tracks and see this powerful collection, it is awesome.
And what I think is so cool about it, in all honesty, is with every big movement, there are two sides
Thank
of it.
you, Luke.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Luke, and Grizz as well. But there's always one side or the other. You know, there's this.
Thanks, Chris.
In this, right now, we have seen such a combination of people come together, and all walks of life completely agree, or they've unfollowed us, which is, I understand.
Okay.
That's okay. But there's been so much support and so many people want to be a part of it that we're just going to continue to grow it until it runs, until there's no one else that wants to be a part of it.
Yeah, and I think, you know, we've heard it enough in the shop when there is social disagreement that everybody kind of collectively says, you know, if they all just sat down with a cigar, we could probably work this out.
Could you imagine walking into Congress? Here's your cigar. Here's
Hey,
your cigar.
Sit
here's your
down,
cigar.
cut that, light it. Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's work this out.
No, shut up. Let's do this thing.
So by all means, check out our Facebook page, Instagram. You had the images release, and then there's one really cool one that is a mosaic, that is one of the hands, one of the fists that's created with images from all the posts that we've had on ICC's Facebook page.
Yep, about 1,000 photos go in to make that one. I enjoyed the hell out of it. So that's going to roll on July 3rd, Friday, July 1st.
First Friday, because Busy's here doing his DJ thing.
Yep. So he'll be here. So it'll be a party all the way through. And then
Right.
come in, set up, get your hand shot up, and come
Be part of it.
be a part of it.
Yeah.
And then we'll all groove. That also opens up to, I want to make sure we get this on people's
What's up,
radar
DK?
now. Early October, golf tournament.
Golf tournament. It only makes sense. We're a golfing family. We have your brother is a PGA professional. He's out giving lessons right now to a bunch of little shits that are running around smacking him in the shins with their golf club. That actually happened this week. He couldn't even hardly walk. But we are going to do a golf tournament, and when we do a golf tournament, it's going to be done right. It is we're working with a couple of different groups. One, of course, will be Spay It Forward Texas, and we're also looking at involving the Michael Finley Foundation in this potentially as well. So there are a number of different things that we're working with, and we're very excited about that. We're also really excited about our relationship with Someone Say Whiskey.
Hell yeah.
Someone Say Whiskey and the barrel pick is coming up soon. They have picked a barrel.
God, that's the filthiest mustache I've ever
And
seen.
we are creating, we're creating 3 special cigars that are going to go inside of that. So go to Someone Say Whiskey and join their group so you can get into that loop. But that group is booming.
We ironed that out. So as a part of this barrel pick that Someone Say Whiskey has done with Jack Daniels, they're actually giving us the barrel.
Right.
We have 3 different blended cigars,
Not available.
not production cigars, that will be aged in this barrel.
Right.
And it will be a part of a full kit where you'll get a custom branded cutter, lighter, and these you can do a 3-pack or a 6-pack.
What's up, Austin?
And the bottle. That's going to range anywhere between $150 to $180 for the full set, but you won't get this anywhere else.
No.
At any other time will this exist. It will be this one time, and they have 3,000 active members, 3,200.
3,200. They have to go
And-
to a lottery system to be able to get one.
There will be 200 bottles and about 125 of these kits. So hop on it, do it, pay attention to what's happening because it's going to happen fast.
That means you, Joe, up in Sioux City.
Yeah.
Because they just got electricity up in Sioux City just not too long ago.
Yeah, big.
It's Iowa.
Big day. So that's going on. And then one thing that I want to start bringing back is our monthly Cigar 101. So I want to
Yes.
toss that out to everyone. If we're going to do a 101, what kind of topic, what do you want to learn? What are questions that you have now that we can do both virtually for those of you who are
Yeah,
not
I mean,
here?
that was going to be the question I was going to ask. I mean, if we could project up here, we could do a Cigar 101 on Zoom.
Yep.
And
Also-
actually have the Zoom up on our projector screen so the people here that are enjoying it can actually see some of the people that are on the Cigar 101 feed, and we can do it, of course, with one of the multiple video feeds that we have here.
I think that's right. So any questions or any direction you have with that, we'll get that scheduled up here within the next couple weeks and just start seeing that stuff through.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited about that. Also excited, now have we covered all the events? I know that there's also an event that we're planning potentially in September. That's tied in with Someone Say Whiskey. That is a, they do a sick invite for a party that normally pulls in a couple hundred. We're going to do a stick invite that'll be tied with SSW, with the Someone Say Whiskey guys, and ICC. We will have vendors here, manufacturers here, so you get an opportunity to meet them. Our friend Jalen Smith of the Dallas Cowboys and his relationship with Hotel Tango Whiskey will also be a major part of this, and we are literally going to rent FC Dallas's parking lot so that we can house the anticipated 1,000 to 2,000 people.
This is going to be festival
that will be
vibe.
here.
This will be festival. This will be big. This will be fun, live music. Potentially
Barbecue.
the biggest thing we've ever done.
Oh, it's going to be
It'll be a blast.
massive.
So keep your eyes open. A lot of things going on.
It's good to be back into event season again.
I know. Start really thinking through it. We have a Great Gatsby members event that's also looking like a September release for that. Look, fun stuff. It just feels good to be somewhat normal again.
Well, I mean, can you talk a little bit about that?
Why, you got the Rona?
I got something.
You got some shit going on there. Okay, so I want to talk about this cigar. And this is actually an Edgar Hoya and a Rojas.
Noel
Rojas collaboration. This is very unique because it's part of their new Tejano line. And Edgar being Edgar, he said, I've got something I'm really excited about. And we spoke about this at the beginning, but it's a Mexican Habano wrapper that they make into a Lancero. And he said, this is so exciting. I just want you to have it. This is, let's make this your cigar, and nobody else is going to get it. We're not even going to band it. We're going to let it run. This is, for those who like the 1880 before, take that 1880 and add a little cream to it, and you've got yourself the Gen 2. At about $13 or so, you've got a cigar that is
11 to our members. It is, and speaking of the devil,
Edgar in the house.
Edgar just joined,
breaking this down.
And we're just rapping about the new Gen 2 Lancero. And the one thing about that Noel is known for is he is the premier Lancero roller in the world.
And a big difference of what you're going to see with this is we used a Maduro wrapper, San Andreas Maduro, before that was a bit more rugged. What I've noticed is just I loved how rugged it is. I love, because the flavor, everything matches so well. But this kind of has this glassy porcelain look to it. It is very uniform. It is a fantastic
The draw,
cigar.
I mean, as you guys, Lanceros are hit and miss. When somebody just takes a tobacco and tries to roll it into a Lancero, because the amount of tobacco that's inside there, and if it's a traditional roller that bunches that tobacco and rolls it, some guys that are rolling Lanceros will roll, and if they're right arm dominant, they'll roll their right hand faster and it twists. So if you've ever had a Lancero that's a little tight and then it will tunnel, it's because you're pulling really hard to get air to flow through that. It'll charcoal up and it's just a mess.
I've never heard that with the other side.
Yeah. Nelson Alfonso with Atabay was telling me it's why they only let their Lancero rollers only roll 70 a day, because they want to make sure that that's rolled at the exact precise amount of pressure so that it's consistent. This little small cigar is actually the hardest cigar to roll. So, but from a purist perspective, for me it's Lancero, because the ratio of wrapper to filler is much greater. And when you have a wrapper that's like this, you want to taste it.
And I noticed this too, because a lot of people I've noticed, we have a lot of new bodies coming in, and the question is, what's the difference between the size? Now, if I could speak just briefly in generalities here,
right?
What my explanation for this is, you get a great bit of your flavor from the wrapper itself,
right?
And when you get to a smaller ring gauge, you're getting more intensity, more flavor, we'll call it that way, as you get less binder and filler, the inside parts of the cigar. as you get to a larger ring gauge, you're diluting the flavor of the wrapper
Right.
itself, so you almost compensate with a little bit more intensity inside there to make up for the flavor loss itself. Now, I know that's a generality, but as you get to a smaller, it lets the wrapper do the talking. The blend itself really is, if you want to know what the base is.
This rings true with most of our members in here that are raging alcoholics. I'll bring this into those of you not laughing. Blake's like, what? I haven't admitted it yet, so it's not true.
Oh, yeah.
But a Lancero would be like Scotch or bourbon neat. And if you smoke a Robusto that's maybe a 50 ring gauge, that would be like Scotch with a rock in it. And when you smoke these big 60 and 70 ring gauge cigars where they're just loading it with filler and not a lot of wrapper, then it's Scotch on the rocks with water. And then there are some cigars out there that are 8x80 for $8. That's just rum and coke.
That's rum and coke and a bunch of ice in it. And at the end of it, what they get away with is every factory and every farm, they produce massive amounts of tobacco. Not all of it reaches that grade A use. So there are some B and C tobaccos that really some people don't want to use. If you get to a cigar that's that big, they can just start tossing that B and C and get rid of it.
Yeah.
Particularly if it's somebody who's not, maybe it's a brand that is going to a factory or to a manufacturer to do their cigars for them.
Right.
If they're not there and connected, oh, well, then I'll just start tossing this and get this moving out of here.
Yeah.
Because, that's money. So with them, Jim Trader.
Jim Trader's in. Good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
Yeah.
Good day.
Yeah.
But that's.
Baldwin's in. Watch this. Sup.
Good day.
I think Baldwin is Australian, actually.
Is he?
Or knows somebody.
He's.
that is.
I think he's Oaklandian.
He's something.
I'm pretty sure it's something.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Rhonda's here, and Rhonda is not from Australia.
She is not.
So, good day, Miss.
Good day, Miss.
Good day, Miss.
Miss Mike.
Miss Mike.
Rhonda's hand is in here.
Rhonda's hand is in there. And how can you tell?
Basically, the background is different.
Oh, background's
different, and her nails are very long.
And she looks like the freaking Wolverine.
Yes, she's badass.
Yeah.
She is. If we didn't already have a queen bee, she would be the queen bee, but she's the queen. I don't want to say the queen R.
That doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't.
But sure, yeah, I'll tell you about some of the new cigars that came in.
Hey, talk about the new cigars that came in.
Watch this.
Boom.
Gran Habano. By the way, if you haven't had the Gran Habano, those of you that have, raise your hand. The Gran Habano blue and green is like just smoking a bowl of citrus. It is so good.
Silky citrus.
It is silky smooth, says Ray. Ray is actually Pennington's stunt double today. But the blue and green is absolutely incredible cigar from Gran Habano. These guys do it right. They have a cigar called the Gran Reserva. We've had the 2011. It's 2011 tobacco. This is the Gran Reserva 2012. So this is 2012 tobacco, if you do the math.
Nice.
And but these are in stock right now, and I think what they sent us were Corona Gordo, and I think we got a Gran Robusto.
Now, if you want to see the difference between a small format cigar and a large format cigar, this is the perfect cigar to do it. Smoke the Gran Toro, or however they call it, the Toro, the large size, and then the smaller ring gauge. You'll notice the intensity difference. So try that
totally
with that.
Different.
Try the Gran Habano stuff also in. These aren't ready yet, but they will be.
This one of our top lines is Patoro. Our friend Patrick Martin and Pablo Richard from Switzerland make one of the most high-end, high-quality cigars that you can even imagine. One of my absolute favorite cigars in their line is called the Platino.
Yep.
And they have created a cigar that is one of my absolute favorite shapes. But this is now this is wrapped in cedar, but it's a Platino Perfecto.
It's super cool.
Really, really nice cigar. It's a fuller bodied cigar.
It's not quite there yet. That's going to need to rest for about a week. It got stuck in customs for a solid week.
Yep.
So it still has to acclimate.
It has to acclimate.
When that does land on the shelf, we'll put that up on e-com as well. That will be available. Make sure to snag it up because it is limited.
Very limited.
This is a really, really nice cigar.
It's a very limited cigar. There is also another cigar in their line that's called the Gran Reserva Vintage. The Vintage has like an 11 or 12-year-old wrapper on it. They also did that in a Perfecto.
Yep.
That cigar I smoked it the other night, and they make a petite Corona. And if somebody likes a fuller body petite Corona, now the cigars are no joke. I mean, but it is the highest quality you can get. And then at the top of their line, that kind of lives up in this rare air where like Atabey and Byron live.
Bless you.
There is a cigar that was announced this week on Half Wheel.
Yep.
That's called the Pitoro XO Double Bellicoso. We have them.
And there are only 9 dealers
in the United States.
In the United States that will have these, a total of 20 boxes.
Right.
Go get them.
No, we're getting a total of 20 boxes. The others get 10.
Nice.
We know how rare they are when Half Wheel calls us and asks us if they can buy some from us.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So those cigars are here.
They're going to give it an 88.
They're going to give it an 88. But we will have we have those cigars. We will open those up. We also got the Salamone back in. Couldn't be happier about that because we've been out of those for a minute. And that's a buy yourself a Father's Day gift. Your wife might not understand why one cigar is $32, $33, but you will.
Yeah, you
really,
will.
really quickly.
So do that. Also, send your kids, your wife in here today for Father's Day gifts because it is vacating fast. We have Brizard cutters and lighters. We have a number of accessories.
We just got our
humidors.
a number of new ICC branded lighters.
Yep.
Did you see the one lighter that we have in there? Dual torch, really sexy looking lighter, great feel and weight, $20.
Yeah,
it is.
I saw that.
Really nice.
It's really going to be cool. So there's a lot of stuff that's in there, and we also have pre-packaged boxes, which are awesome. It comes with a cutter, lighter. It's a pull-out box, and then they can stack the cigars.
Laser etched, Happy Father's Day on the top. Very personalized. Then you can fill it up, and it's like $40 for the box. And then there's a larger one that was $50, and you lasered. Ali did a great job with those. Then you put whatever cigars you want inside that. And the other thing I'm really excited about, and those of you guys that know the Brizard stuff, know that Brizard makes what I think is probably the coolest cutting device available, and it's called the Trilogy.
Yes.
And it is a screw-in, very sharp device that you screw in and punch in 3 holes. You get as much smoke out of it as if we cut the entire cap off, but the smoke comes out cool. It is amazing.
And about $40. About $40. We have a number of colors in. Those will move away. It's an awesome, just absolutely changing experience for somebody. So do that. A lot of things.
And just to that point, our friend John Vaughn back there has been smoking for 22 years. We cut his cigar with the Trilogy. His immediate reaction was, now I got to go back and smoke everything all over again because it changes the cigar that much. So you could have a favorite cigar that gets better when all of a sudden you just take that chance of the heat, the intense heat, instead of feeling it, you taste it. And there's a huge difference. Very cool little device, fits on your keychain, and could actually be used as a prison shank or
as well.
Lethal weapon too.
Prison shank, yes, that's it. So events coming up, we're open 24/7 on industrialcigars.co. Still doing delivery within 20 miles, and we are about to get back to our normal hours soon. Normal-ish. We're closed at 10 o'clock now, and we are and 12 to 7 on Sundays, but we are looking for that. So keep your eyes open on that. And events coming up, keep your eyes on our event page. And that's
come in on Friday. Enjoy on the first Friday of July. Come in as part of your weekend of first Friday and then doing Saturday, the 4th of July event. So hopefully you come down. Craig, Joe, here's a reason to get out of Sioux City. Come on down. and get your picture taken, and let's continue to expand that whole wall of art.
That's it. Smoke together, stay together. Have a
Absolutely.
great weekend. Thank you so much.
And thanks for hanging out and waiting for us to come on afternoon.